I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Brother, you're welcome. I don't do any big introductions. I'm pretty low key, pretty everything. Everyone is Gustavo. Now, how do you pronounce your last name? Because I don't even make the attempt.
My last name is Palacios. So first name is Gustavo. You've probably heard it on a show. Again, I'm also gonna do that. I'm not gonna advertise things if they don't pay me. But you've heard it on the show. Gustavo. Mm-hmm. My last name is Palacios. Like think of Palacio.
Yeah.
Like a palace. Palacios.
Yeah. Nice. Like a palace. Mm-hmm. Mine like a temple.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, that's good. Mine like a temple.
No, dude, it's pretty sick. I know we've been trying to get on each other's schedules and everything like that, but dude, it feels like I've been wanting to talk to you for like a minute.
Yeah, man. Honestly, it's felt that way, and I am very honored that you've been wanting to. Yeah. Thank you.
Because overall, I just consider you like my striking coach. I did 1 second with you, and I'm like, bro, you guys know this guy, bro? That's my guy. That's my guy, Gustavo.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I try my best.
So I mean, I won't try to advertise, but there's been some gyms that I know you go to, and it's like, okay, I'm thinking about going, and they're like, oh, I'm not there, or I don't do much there. So I want to hit mids, and then knowing that you're leaving, it's like, okay, I'm gonna set up time to at least hit mids, even if I'm completely out of shape. And the last time, I'll give you a little bit of honorable, like, respect, and also discipline. Huge disrespect to myself. Well, the last time I hit mids was with you.
Oh yeah, man, that has been a while. No, I mean, I get it though. I get it. Like, you know, life happens. I took many breaks from Muay Thai, so
yeah.
I get what you mean, because when I first started fighting, it was about 2 years ago, and then I took a 3-week break. And then after that, I said I would fight again, and then I took a 2-month break.
Yeah.
And then I said I would fight after those 2 months, and then I took a year break.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need a fight, so I did boxing.
Yeah.
And also, for those that don't know who I am a Muay Thai fighter. I forgot to say that. I'm a Muay Thai fighter, boxer second, coach third, and a Cutman fourth.
And then fifth, you're a loving husband.
Actually, I would say that's first.
Okay.
Actually, I would say that's first.
Good everything now.
I was going to say, we need to realize I'm a husband now, so I got this wedding band on, represent, you know.
So if you want to say Muay Thai first, fine.
I mean, I do, but somebody else might catch that.
Yeah, nobody else is here. Anyways. Muay Thai, dude. So I wanted to get into this like straight away. One, what got you? What got you there?
Yeah, Muay Thai. So, I have always been interested in martial arts. Ever since I was a kid, about maybe, I'd say 4 years old. Ever since I could remember, my dad would put on Jackie Chan movies, Bruce Lee movies, Steven Seagal movies. I actually fucking hate Steven Seagal. Jean-Claude Van Damme movies, you know, Van Damme, kickboxer, Bloodsport, all that stuff, you know. So I grew up with that kind of stuff. And even Power Rangers, you know, I grew up with martial arts influence. And it wasn't till I got a little bit older, I'd say probably more in middle school and high school, that I started to realize, like, oh, like, these are the types of martial arts that are more common, and those were boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, some Kung Fu, you know, Taekwondo, whatever. But I was always very drawn to boxing and Muay Thai, always. Even though I couldn't put it in words as a kid, or kid meaning middle school, high school, I was always drawn to those. And then finally I came across that movie Ali Bak, I said I wouldn't advertise, and here I am naming all these movies. But still, these movies are badass.
Yeah.
Ong Bak. And I remember from not only the striking, not only the martial arts, but like actually the culture and like where it came from and the idea, like the ceremonies, the rituals that came with Muay Thai, I was very interested in. And I was, again, this was in high school, I was more of a student than a practitioner of Muay Thai. Meaning I studied it, like I looked it up. I looked up where it came from, you know, I looked up the names of things. I would just watch it on TV. I'd watch fights, not so much fights actually. I would watch just clips of stuff, you know, movies, anything I could find. I actually didn't even watch fights till later on. But fast forward to college, I still liked martial arts, but I was never actually a practitioner.
Yeah.
I was in a very toxic relationship for a long time. Long distance relationship. Long distance became actual relationship, and then fast forward again, I broke up with that person. And I was thinking after the breakup, what now? What now?
Yeah.
You know, like, what can I do? So I said, let me do the things that I want to do, you know? And so I started, at the time, I was working on bicycles.
Okay.
I was a bicycle mechanic. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to start doing Muay Thai. Like, my whole life, I have studied it, and I actually love martial arts, but I've never actually gotten to formally train.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I just looked up the nearest, or not the nearest, I looked up a credible martial arts gym, and I signed up. Like, I signed up, I was like, hey, that schedule works. Let me do a trial class.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to name the gym, but I am going to name the person that helped me with that journey. When I first signed up, it was Dave Moore. He now coaches at the Old Guard Thai Boxing Club. He was the first person to ever formally hold a session with me. And ever since then, I knew I wanted to fight. Yeah. It was ever since I was a kid till I was adult, till I was an adult to like actually start training.
Nice.
You know? So
what if you don't mind me putting a timeline on this, at what point was that first session to then, I mean, you don't have to say out loud your age, but from that time when you did start, what year, or if you wanted to say your age?
yeah, so I was like, I'd say 28.
Okay.
28 when I first started. And I've been doing Muay Thai for 4 years. Hint, hint.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I was about 28. And Dave Moore was there to help me with that session. And it's funny because even though I've never had any formal training, I remember him telling me, like, yeah, man, like, this was fun as a coach. I'll never forget those words that he told me. He said, as a coach, this was a lot of fun. You know? And I knew that I was onto something because he enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And I just knew that I wanted to fight. I even told him, like, hey, like, this is something that I'd like to do. And I know it's like, I have some time.
Yeah.
I have a long way to go, but I want to do this. And I think I didn't really stress that too much. I just think I mentioned it, and it just kind of like, we just kind of forgot about it.
Yeah.
And I never mentioned it again until later.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's how I started my Muay Thai journey. It took a big breakup for me to realize that I had not been doing the things that I've been wanting to do, and Muay Thai being one of them.
I want to say out loud that that's exactly how I've been feeling, and I want you to know, like, let me just put it to you this way. What realization factor kicked in? Like, what did you have to do? Was it breakup? Was it heartache that made you realize this? Or was there, supplementation to this? Like, was it, I'll be honest, I've done some shrooms. I've experienced some lifestyle stuff. Was there anything like that? Or was it really just like, fuck, dude, like, you have to look at yourself in the mirror? That's
a good question, man. I think for me it was more so. For me, a big part of it was the breakup.
Okay.
But I think along with that, it was just the layer. You know, it was like the top layer was the breakup.
Yeah.
I don't know all the layers exactly, but I do know that underneath the layer of the breakup was, you know, my health. At that time, like, I couldn't even run a mile.
Yeah.
You know, I could do push-ups because I'd always been an athlete. I played football. I did track, but I threw a shot put and disc and run.
Yeah.
And I played some soccer, but that was I was no good.
Yeah.
So it was more so like my health. It was a confidence. I don't think I had confidence. I really didn't like the way like my body looked. I didn't like the way I felt. I didn't feel comfortable in my own skin. I think you know. I don't know the exact term for that, but I think confidence.
It's a certain word for it, but it's a dysmorphia that is,
I was gonna say dysmorphia, but I still have that. Guys and gals and people, don't be fucking fooled. Everybody has dysmorphia. Even top tier athletes still have body dysmorphia.
Yeah.
That shit never goes away.
Now let me ask you this: what's funny is that you compete without a shirt on.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I still have this issue where taking my shirt off in public is still like but at the end of the day, I'm 26. I can just take it off. No one cares. There's like blue collar dudes. There's everyone who's shredded or not shredded. It doesn't really matter. What point were you mentally preparing that war before you actually went to war?
Yeah, you know, actually, I've always been self-conscious to take my shirt off, but I always did it. Like, I forced myself to do it.
Yeah.
I would always force myself to do it. That actually did pretty early on in my life. So that didn't happen when I was in Muay Thai. That more so happened when I was a kid. Okay. So that ship had like kind of sailed, but it wasn't smooth sail.
Yeah.
You know, like
there's still some times when you're like,
and I do that shit all the time. Like I do that shit. Like I just did that earlier at the gym that I train at or that I coach at. I fucking took my shirt off and then I just changed because I was sweaty. I was like, I'm not gonna walk to the fucking fitting room or dressing room to do this. Like, I'm just taking my shirt off. I'm good. Yeah. There's this fucking girl over here in the sports bra that took her shirt off, worked out, and then put it back on. If she can do that, I'm gonna do that too.
Yeah. And it's basic things that we kind of overthink ourselves. Now, one of the bigger things is fighting. One. Okay, I'll rephrase this in a way that's maybe more suitable. One, anxiety is kind of everywhere. Everyone kind of deals with anxiety. What was that first walk-in like? And had you ever dealt with pre-fight anxiety previous before?
Yeah, so I'll answer these in order. So you asked about my fight and like my first fight, right? Yeah, my first fight. I was anxious. However, I entered this kind of very meditative state. It was a very, how can I put it? It was a very kind of like calling of the earth kind of meditative state, like calling of my ancestors, like as cheesy as it fucking sounds, like I was like almost like calling out to my people, you know? Like I felt like they were there. Yeah, I felt like I was summoning like that warrior inside of me, you know? So I used that anxiety. I tried to control it. Now I love to dance, so I kind of used that like those shakes to just kind of like find my rhythm, you know. I was anxious, but one thing that I never was nervous. I was always anxious. I'm always anxious before a fight, but I'm never nervous. Okay. And this is how I found that out, that I don't get nervous, was when I played football. Before every game, I was always anxious, you know? And I remember asking myself, like, man, like, just doing a check-in, like, hey, man, like what are we feeling? You know, like, what are we doing? Like, what's going on? You know? And I remember thinking, like, man, I'm confident. Like, I know what to do. Yeah. Like, when it came to football, right? I know the plays. I've studied film, you know, but I'm just anxious, man. I'm anxious, you know. I'm tapping my foot, you know, and just kind of like, you know, just like fidgeting with my stuff, you know. I'm just anxious, but I'm never nervous. Never nervous, you know. And I knew that if I was, that I wasn't going to do well, because the times that I was nervous, I did terrible. I did so bad. I did so bad. Yeah. So dealing with nerves for me is kind of like an embracing experience. Yeah. I embrace it. You know, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It makes us human. It makes us survive. You know, like without that anxiousness, you know, like essentially it's a little bit of fear of the unknown. You know, anxiety is fear of the unknown. As humans, we're programmed to feel that. As a defense mechanism, you know. But nervousness, I never felt, because I always prepared, whether it was in football or my fight camps. Okay. So that's how I dealt with being nervous. Huh. Yeah.
That's kind of a interesting way of putting it, because I think a lot of people would say, well, you're anxious. But I think it's also a self process of understanding, like, I'm scared, but I'm not fearful. I have fear, but I'm not afraid. That kind of like, it's like this weird, like, not compare and contrast, but like this yes but no.
Yeah, you know? Yes, exactly. Yeah. I guess it's what they call being brave, essentially. Like, where you have, like, you are scared, but like you're facing it.
Yeah,
you know,
you're kind of walking into the belly of the beast. You're looking at the task at hand. You're walking forward, and you're like, so.
Yeah, it's like you're just looking at a gauntlet of stuff that is going to hurt you, but you know that once you get through, it's going to be worth it. You know, you might get cut, you might get hit, you might get bruised, you might fall, stumble the way through, but at the end, like, you've prepared for that. You know. Yeah.
Back to the podcast, as I was rudely interrupted by technology. The way that pretty much, okay, so Muay Thai, you started out late. How do you feel personally starting as late as you did? And then you had the experience to go to Thailand, and at least, well, not Thailand, but like Singapore, right?
Singapore and Thailand,
yeah. You got to witness like what they're doing from age old, like as soon as they can start doing anything. Is it kind of an acceptance, like, I'm glad I started, but then later down the road, I don't know if you want kids or not, but some of the things that I've talked to you about other people is like they get to witness the love of Muay Thai, the love of martial arts, the love of music at an earlier stage. And they kind of get to witness, like, man, you could be something. Like, you could make it to the top. I'm not saying that they're putting vicarious energy towards them, but they are enjoying the fact that they're doing a martial art this young, and they're becoming a newer person earlier than how you started. Kind of like how I want my son or my child to be better than who I was. You know? Kind of like walk me through, like, witnessing just the growth of Muay Thai and being able to coach different people, whether they're younger than you, older than you, but just the love of Muay Thai.
Yeah. So,
kind of vague question.
Yeah. No, well, I'm gonna brag a little bit and say that I'm good at answering questions. I heard 3 questions there.
Yeah.
So the first one, I think you asked, you asked like would I have liked to start sooner, you know? Like rather than the age that I did. Yeah. Fuck yeah, man. Yeah. Like, I would have loved to start earlier. Yeah. Honestly, my parents put me in karate when I was like 5 years old. But man, like, to be honest with you, I fucking hated karate. I hated that shit.
Yeah.
Because I remember we were like doing drills, and like it was at a YMCA or some shit.
Yeah.
We were doing some drills, and like I think it was like body shots. Like we were like doing like body shots, and I actually like punched this kid in the stomach, and he was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!"
Yeah.
Like, hey, that's not what we're doing. And I'm like, that is clearly what we're doing. And he was just like, no, look around. Everyone's just moving. And I'm like, no, they're punching each other in the stomach.
Yeah.
And he was like, and he called the instructor over, and then the instructor was like showing me, and then he was punching me in the stomach. So I was like, yeah, we're punching each other in the stomach.
Yeah.
And this kid was being a little bitch. So, anyways,
hey man.
what I mean, I'm mainly talking shit about karate at this point, but like there are some karate practitioners, like Shotokan karate is really good. I don't want to get off topic, but I wish that I would have started Muay Thai and/or boxing when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like kid is a relative term. Like when I was younger, basically younger than when I started.
Yeah.
And with that being said, I got better at Muay Thai way faster than I got better at football or soccer or fucking basketball or anything else that I've tried. I was a graffiti artist for a while. I was way better. I got way better in the time that I've been training Muay Thai than I did doing anything else. Yeah, like what I have like started when I was a kid, who knows where I would have been now, you know?
True. It's the day old, like, coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Yeah, exactly. And, like, you know, I know people are like, yeah, you know, like, but you started. Yeah, damn right I did. Like, I know that, you know? But, like, I wish I would have started earlier.
Yeah.
And I'm making up for lost time by trying to train, like, all the time. And when I get the chance, I'm going to start training, like morning and evening, or morning and afternoon, you know, like, make it like my life. But yeah, I wish I would have started earlier.
Yeah.
Your second question, I think, was I don't remember the second one actually, but you mentioned like how like walk you through like how it has been to evolve into like someone that has been able to coach people, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm kind of skipping past the meat of like my training and all that, but as of right now, I am at a point where I can teach people how to throw punches. You know, I can teach people how to use their body efficiently and like be able to kick and be able to knee and elbow and clinch and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And like training Muay Thai and boxing and like being able to show people that it's the best feeling to see people's eyes light up when they understand something. Like for example, earlier today I had a session where I didn't teach someone, but they knew what, like they trained with me for a while when I was a coach at a gym. I was the head coach at this gym for a good little bit, and I introduced a concept, and it was efficient movement.
Yeah.
And just to see his eyes light up when he understood the simple concept that he can apply to everything, it made me feel so full, man. It made me so happy because like you just see a big smile on his face, and he's just like, and like I'm over here like getting my pads prepared, and he's like talking to himself. He's like, oh, 1, 2, 3, 6. He's like moving around. He's like, wow, like, you know. And then I come over, he was like, oh man, it makes so much sense, you know. And just to be able to see that, like see people's eyes light up, see them move differently, see them move a certain way when we start to when we finish. Exactly what I'm trying to get them to do, they do it. Man, that is the best feeling ever. And like as a coach, like it's just so nice because it took me a long time to be able to create that for myself, you know, not negating anything else that any other coaches have taught me. But I had to push a little harder to learn that. And now that I did, like I can do it in a 1 hour session, and like it just makes me feel good, you know. It's awesome. it's awesome that I can provide that for people. You know, yeah, it's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's a fun experience. I've only coached, but I've coached like kids, and it's kind of like it's fun when you're playful and you're fun. You hang out with them. It's fun when they get to see like practical use of it, like this and that, and then they kind of they call you Coach A, or they probably try to pronounce your last name.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when you actually are in the thick of coaching, what's something that how do you describe like? What a part of coaching is actually a difficult part on yourself?
The part of coaching that's difficult on me. Yeah, so I was actually kind of thinking of this already before you even asked it.
Yeah.
And so, man, fucking patience, man. Patience, dude. Patience. Like, it's when I first started coaching, like, I found myself, like, raising my voice at people, you know?
Yeah.
And I remember trying to articulate what I was trying to teach these people, you know?
Yeah.
And like, that shit it wasn't their fault, it was my fault, you know? Because, like, I wasn't explaining to them exactly, like, I wasn't painting a picture, you know? So, like, that's definitely one of the hardest things is patience.
Yeah.
And along with that is communication.
Okay.
Like, this is a loaded question, to be honest with you, and I'll answer as much as I can, because it's just a lot. Like, coaching, like, yeah. So, communication. Because if I tell you, hey, throw a cross, what the fuck is a cross?
Yeah.
Okay, it's the rear hand. Okay, awesome. Are you orthodox or southpaw? You know?
Yeah.
Like, okay, how do you throw a cross? You turn your body. Okay, they're not pivoting their foot. Hey, you need to pivot your foot. My lead foot? No, your rear foot. Okay, pivot the rear foot. It's like, oh no, you threw it round. You need to throw it straight.
Yeah.
Okay, now they're punching with their, they're not turning it over. And it's like, fuck, you need to turn it over. What does that mean? Okay, now they're turning it over, but they're turning it over too much.
Yeah.
Right, now they're dropping their other hand. It's like, shit.
Yeah.
Like, you really, like, that's what I'm saying is, like, communication, painting a clear picture, you know? It's like, oh, I threw, like, let's say they actually throw the cross, right? Now, like, they drop their other hand. It's like, I didn't tell them to keep their hand up.
Yeah.
So I can't get mad when they throw the cross without keeping their hand up. I need to stop waving this around. But yeah, like, that it's communication, man. It's like communicating. Another one is, what's another one? Also being professional. Man,
Yeah.
like as a coach, you got to be professional. You can't take stuff personal, because people ask questions, and sometimes people feel like they're getting challenged. You know, where you're like, hey, like, this is what you need to do, and they're like, why? Why? Like, why do I need to do this? You know, they're not fucking challenging you. It's like they're actually asking you. You know. Like
why questions.
Yeah, they're actually asking you why, you know, and if you can't answer that, like, you need to reevaluate like what you're teaching and your understanding of the subject. You know, like, I've had that experience where I teach people these things and they're like, well, why? And I'm like, shit, I'm gonna get back to you on that actually, because I don't know why. I just know that I've been taught to do it that way. You know, so communication, man, and patience, punctuality. All those are hard, like you said, like you asked, like the things that have been hardest on me. Yeah, man, and also like learn, like, another one is learning what people to not fucking train.
Yeah.
Like,
Now, expand on what you mean, and then also expand on what makes a good, like, student.
yes, okay. So, I think I'm going to answer both of those questions in one. So, I've been a coach not that long, actually. Probably like a year and a half, almost 2 years, I think. Maybe a year and a half. Anyways, I haven't been a coach that long, and I'm not going to claim to be some
Guru.
Yeah, some fucking guru, you know. I just know what works for me, and I'll teach you that, you know. If you're at a certain level, go find another coach that's better than me, you know, or that works better for you. So, like, there's been a lot of people that just don't fucking listen. like when I say like they don't fucking listen is like I'll say, hey, okay, we're gonna shadow box 3 minutes, or we're gonna jump rope 3 minutes, and these motherfuckers are standing there wrapping their hands, or they'll jump rope and they'll stop and go get water.
Yeah.
Or like when I say shadow box, they'll fucking start hitting the bag, and I'm like, motherfucker, like, what, like, did you not hear what I said?
Yeah.
Like, I'm genuinely like interested. Like, I'm genuinely curious. Did you mishear what I said?
Yeah.
You know, like shadow box bag work. Like, does that sound similar to you? You know, but like, there's some people that just don't listen. There's some people that like have this, like, don't check their ego, basically.
Yeah.
There's people that have been training a while. Like, I know this guy that has been training for like 6 years.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit like longer than I have, you know? But like, I'm not gonna mention his name, but like, dude, his footwork sucks. He fucking drops his hands. Like, he doesn't rotate. Like, he fucking hits with his palm, you know? Like, it's just not good for him, man. Like, I know people that have been training like 2 years and that have that way better fucking form than you.
And this is boxing, or
This is boxing. This is boxing, and actually a little bit of both, to be honest.
Okay.
And like, I'm just like, hey, you know, like, you may be doing this for fun, but like, you know, you gotta have some technique, man. You know, or like, some people that have been training a while, that when we're doing fundamentals, they will just, if I'm explaining a fundamental technique, they'll just kind of walk off and like not pay attention. And I'm like, dude, like, what the fuck? And I know you can't expect yourself out of other people. Yeah. But like, when my coach tells me, hey, we're gonna practice our fucking switch kick all day today, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna practice my fucking switch kick. You can always add something. Like, you can always tighten up your fundamentals. Yeah. Always. You know? And like, it's those people that are just, no, I already threw. This is literally verbatim what one person told me. Like, I was like, hey man, you're supposed to be throwing like the 1-2. He's like, I already threw like 20 of them. And I was like, let's go ahead and throw some more. He's like, okay, I guess. Yeah. Like, I didn't tell you to throw just 20. I told you, like, let's fucking throw the 1-2. Like you can add more. 1-2 slip, 1-2 slip roll, 1-2 hop back. Get your head off center line with both punches. Like, yeah, man, like, you can always add some shit. 1-2 angle, you know? 1 angle, 2 angle. Like, you can always add some shit, man. So, what makes a good student? Someone that trains fundamentals. You know, like, I always tell people, there's two types of people that train the fundamentals. It's beginners and champions. I always say that. There may be an old head fucking like crazy like good coach that may like rebuke that, but that's what I always say. Beginners and champions. You know, what makes a good student is someone that fucking shows up on time, dude. Someone that fucking shows up on time, because...
Not to cut you off, but I did see your post a few days ago.
I fucking hate that shit, man. People that show up late to a fucking boxing class, like, just don't fucking show up. Like, and I know there's people out there that are gonna be like, oh, well, my fucking life and this and that, and like, blah, blah, blah. Like, get your coach's number, text them, communicate with them. Hey, I'm doing my best to show up on time, and I can't. This is my schedule. Like, this is the expectation. Set that fucking expectation. And when you show up, don't drag ass. Fucking show up, wrap your shit, get going.
Be there already with your hands.
Because I've had people in my classes, like, that show up, it's fucking 12 minutes after, and they're just wrapping their hands, and I'm like, let's fucking go, dude. We're fucking doing drills already. Like, you missed the warm-up, dude. Like, no. You know? But that's what makes a good student, is like showing up on time, like, I pride myself in, like, even though someone is, like, going over fundamentals, like, I'm going to do the fundamentals. I'm going to fucking do them.
Yeah.
You know? What makes a good student is someone that asks questions. Like, someone that asks good questions. Like, not just, or maybe someone that asks questions because they know that someone else doesn't know the answer. You know? Like, I've asked a question that I know the answer to, but someone else didn't. And I asked that question. You know? I'm tooting my own horn here, but... what makes a good student is, like, just creating a fun environment, creating a safe environment, you know? And that goes for anything, really, like whether you're in, like, basketball, soccer, football, like, an inclusive environment for everyone. When I say everyone, I mean everyone, you know? And we can get political if you want to fucking get political, but, like, an inclusive environment for everybody, because, you know, like, that gym I coached at, like, for a while there, it was very, like, fucking, like, macho, like, very male culture driven. It's getting better now, and I admit it is getting better now. For a while there, it was just, like, music talking about fuck yo bitch and, like, in your pussy, suck my dick kind of shit, you know?
And, like, I don't listen to it, but...
Yeah, no, like, I mean, everybody does listen to that, but, like, it's just, like, it becomes, like, a big part of the culture, and it's just, like, you know, it's not inclusive to everybody, you know?
True.
So, like, providing a safe environment for everybody, like, that's what makes a good student. You know, being like, just welcoming the new person. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Now, with that all being said, I want everyone to understand that during the time that he was raging, I felt very, very scared for my life for a second. So I really need to ask, why not fight? How come you chose the coaching life over just you know, what you could be doing?
Yeah. So, man, that is a good question. So, I didn't want to stop. I didn't want to stop fighting. The reason why I stopped fighting is because the first time it was due to work. The first time it was work.
Yeah.
I was working for a fuck-ass job that was sending me all over the place.
Yeah.
And it was my last corporate job that I will ever fucking have. At least the last corporate job that has no flexibility. Because I am trying to get a remote job right now.
Yeah.
But, so, at the time, like, I was working a lot, and I was gonna fight some guy from Houston.
Okay.
And I honestly, like, would like to fight him later on down the road. And to be honest with you, I do want to say his name because, you know, he's from Sammy's Muay Thai in Houston. His name is Francisco. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I don't fucking dodge people. I don't dodge people, so maybe we can both get some experience. He has more experience than me, technically. But, yeah, maybe I can get some more experience. I can come back, and we can fight again. Or not again, but we can fight. I'd like to do that. I was the one that said no because of that. Yeah. He's a good dude. He's cool. You know, he seems like a good guy. But, like, I don't dodge people.
Yeah.
You know?
Respect.
So, yeah. I said no to that fight because of work, and then, yeah, I just I took a break, and then I started training again. And I was getting back to fight weight. And then I was telling my coach, I was like, hey, man, I've been training for a while, you know, fucking let's get back to the gym. So I started going back to the gym, and I was looking good. I was training. I was fucking feeling great. And then my coach was like, hey, there's a promoter that wants you to fight in California. He'll fly you out there, pay your fucking hotel. This dude's 6'3". He's some fucking Russian dude. People are scared to fight him, and I'm like, let's fucking go. Yeah, I'm not scared. Again, I don't fucking dodge people, man. Yeah, like I don't dodge people. Like I again, like I'm anxious, but I don't have fear. Yeah, you know. So I wanted to fight this fucking Victor Drago guy, you know, and I came, and during my camp, I got a fucking a fascia, like, back pain, like, injury.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? Let me just take it easy. I'm still gonna fucking fight. I just need to work through this. I'm just gonna work technique. I'm gonna work technique, and I'm gonna study a lot of fucking film. Right? And it got better. And then after that, I came down hard with a fucking eye infection in my left eye.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Is that what you posted? That eye infection
Yeah,
you had?
yeah. I came down fucking hard with an eye infection. I was at risk of losing my eye. The eye doctor said that I had waited maybe like 72 more hours, that my eye would have they would have had to fucking like remove my.
You would have been Michael Bisping.
Yeah, like I would have got like my shit like removed for sure. And honestly, I didn't actually talk about that much.
Yeah.
You know, I did post about it, but I didn't go into depth about it, about the severity of it.
Yeah.
And that's why I kind of stopped. I stopped like training.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, like it sucks. And then I remember thinking like if I'm gonna do this, if I'm gonna do martial arts, like I want to like make some money off of it.
True.
You know, like I because in the U.S. it costs money to fight, which is fucking stupid. If you ask me, it's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
You know, it should be the other way around. But yeah, man, like I came down with an eye infection and like that shit was like I was unrecognizable. Like one eye was shut basically, and I had been cleared to fight.
Yeah.
But I don't have full visibility in my left eye. And I kind of, when I got that eye infection, at first I was like, oh, I might get it back. But like about, I'd say 2 months into it, I was like, dude, there may be a chance that I'm not going to get my full visibility back in my left eye. And it's my left eye. Mm-hmm. And when you get up close, people like, y'all can see it, you know, and I actually get that. I get that a lot. It's like, hey, what happened to your eye? But yeah, it's like a little cloudy, and like yeah, I don't have full visibility in my eye.
I just noticed that.
Yeah, I don't have full visibility in that left eye, and
that is crazy because I did lock eyes with you, and I did notice that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, you know, it's like the people don't really look for it, you know.
Yeah, not staring deep into yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Not fucking trying to make eyes with me, you know. But
I mean, if you want to.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, that's why I stopped fighting because my fucking eye, you know? And honestly, man, like, I'm not gonna say who, but like, there was some people from my gym that were fucking talking shit. They were like, oh, what the fuck is he doing? He's fucking has a fight camp and he's not training. You know, where is he? It's like, man, like, fuck you, dude. Like,
so that's when...
Yeah, I have some shit to take care of. I'm not gonna fucking explain myself to you. But
yeah.
Anyways, all that
Respect.
Yeah, all that aside, yeah, man, I said I need to like do something that like brings me some income.
Yeah.
You know, so I did that. And again, I'm not like some fucking guru. I'm not as experienced as some people are, but like there was people that had less experience that can benefit from my teachings. You know,
that's pretty sick though. I mean, like, you know, I'm sure they've gotten tired of me talking about downing myself on the fight I had last year, but I lost vision in my left eye for like.
Really?
45 to 50 seconds.
Oh shit!
I got TKO'd. Respect.
Where was this again?
Shout out Street Beefs.
Oh, that's right, dude. I remember that.
Holy shit. Okay, so you said 6'3". The guy I fought was I think 6'4", 6'5". After that fight, I realized I'm just bad. He's a natural 220. Like I saw him, I was like, well, like you said, I'm still fighting.
Yeah.
I fucked up, but it's all good. It's all good. Respect. But when he hit me, I didn't get hit because oh god that hurt. I got hit because I fell down and I was like, holy shit, I can only see like this. Yeah. And my eyes were open.
Oh shit! Yeah.
45 seconds to 50 seconds. Couldn't see anything out of my left eye.
Damn.
From that fight, from the date May 18th till about June 25th, I had this weird thing where if I looked down like this, I saw like 3 people.
Oh wow.
On top of that, I mean, I've played football. I played football from 2008 to 2015, 2016. I've never had a concussion as bad as that one was.
Mm.
That one was like we went to go eat right after, and I was moments away from throwing up.
Oh.
I was like the lights hurt. I wore my sunglasses inside. It was bright. I planned a whole weekend to be in Dallas, and I was like, I can't do anything. Like
Yeah.
my brain is fucked up. And that's why I haven't trained for a year. Is because one, I'm at concussion 9.
Oh gosh, yeah. Man.
I've been playing football for who knows how long.
Yeah.
Minor concussions, minor to big concussions. Let alone, I only recount 4 times that I went to the doctor to get my brain checked. There was another 4 other times that I just had a fuzzy game. Like a fuzzy game. Like I don't remember big pieces of these games, but I remember playing through the entire game.
Yeah.
Let alone that fight, my first ever fight. I had a Michael Bisping encounter.
Dude, that's pretty cool though, having your first fight on Street Beefs, man.
It's pretty sick. And it's on YouTube. If you want to check it out, you can watch me again.
I think I might watch that shit after this.
Honestly, you can watch it, you can be like, holy shit, you didn't throw a single punch. It is kind of hilarious. At the same time, I still stare at myself like, what did
You go full Khabib on him, just wrestling.
Bro, it was kickboxing only.
Oh yeah.
That dude was literally like, I think he was 4-0 in Street Beefs.
Oh.
And he was also, I think, a boxer.
Oh, so they gave you someone that fucking knew how to fight.
He knew how to fight. And I showed up, I was like, bro, I can't wait for this.
Oh shit, dude.
And, not to say, but the promoter was like, hey man, don't let this be your downfall. Like, stay with it.
Yeah.
And it's been my downfall ever since.
Oh,
But I do plan on getting back, but I now have to realize, like, okay, 9 concussions in. I do need to take care of my brain. Like, I might just be like, you know what, fuck it, I'll just train jiu-jitsu. I can get brain damage from that, but it's not directly. And on top of that, I like hitting mitts, and I like punching the bag. But I don't know if it's like the same thing you have, like a little bit of ego or a little bit of just like, man, let me just throw on some sparring gear. Oh, let me spar.
yeah. Yeah.
It's like a weird little like, let me test it out. Let me try.
Yeah.
But I gotta hold myself back and say, as much as you want to, take yourself back. Hit mitts, have fun outside of that, but just don't spar unless you are signed for a fight, like you said, and get paid for it.
Yeah, man.
It's a tough sport.
Yeah, dude. I don't think I've had some concussions, but like, to be honest, I don't think I've had one in Muay Thai.
Really?
Or in boxing. Actually, I think I got one for Golden Gloves.
Okay.
I think I got one for Golden Gloves, but I'm still a little salty about it.
What were your symptoms?
So, like, this guy threw an overhand. Also, by the way, this guy played Mike Tyson on a Hulu show, and I got to fight him, which was pretty cool. He was an actor, yeah. And the guy that played Mike Tyson on Hulu.
For real?
Yeah.
You got to fight that guy?
Yeah. He's pretty big. He's a fucking big guy.
Yeah.
You know. He had bad technique. It was a lucky shot. Like, straight the fuck up.
Yeah, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, dude, like, whatever. His coach was Ann Wolf. She's, like, a big-time, like, boxer. She's, Ann Wolf.
And Wolf, okay.
Ann Wolf, yeah, like, anybody look her up. She's reputable, man. She knows her shit.
Respect.
And he threw her signature overhand, He just kept throwing overhands. I had better technique. I was moving more, and I was trying to find, like, the shots. And then, like, it wasn't until 10 seconds, I was like, okay, cool. Like, when he throws that overhand, his head dips down, and it goes to, like, my right. So whenever I saw that coming, I wanted to throw that uppercut, but I fucking dropped my left hand. And he clipped me with that overhand. Right in the chin, man. And I remember going down and standing up right away. Mind you, I was very wobbly. Like, my fucking legs were wobbly.
Was it the one you posted?
Yeah. Like, my legs were wobbly as fuck.
Yeah.
They were wobbly. I give them that.
Your equilibrium.
But, would I have gotten an 8 count? I would have fucking came back. I would have came back. Because there was 10 seconds. He clipped me. 8 count. That would have been 2 seconds time. And I would have played defensively. And then I would have gone to my corner.
And then you would have had enough time to kind of recover.
Yeah. I'm fucking salty about that. Because, like... I mean, that's the hardest I've ever been punched. But I have been kicked way fucking harder.
In the head?
Just in general. Just in general. I've been kicked way fucking harder. So... That's what I'm saying. It's like, I was a little salty about that one, man. Because, like, I would have came back and I would have fucking, like, put it on him, dude. Just constant pressure, man. So, yeah. I think that was the only concussion I ever got. It was from Golden Gloves. It was a fucking
Wait.
1-round fight.
So you fought the guy from Moonlight. Did you ever see that movie? Moonlight?
Is it the same actor?
Same actor.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
That's
he's a
why.
black dude, right? Tough,
Yeah.
like big, tough looking, like
Like,
yeah.
In the movie, he plays a gay guy.
Oh, right on, cool.
I don't know if you've seen it. That's
No,
a
I haven't
good
seen it.
movie.
No.
Sorry, I'm advertising it, but it's an Oscar-winning movie. He plays it's like a 3-part movie where it's like him as a kid, not him, but a kid and then a teen and then it's him, and like it's about being in Atlanta and being gay, but being also like in the streets and shit.
Yeah.
It is actually pretty sick. There is a pretty cool scene where he's like, it goes from him being a dorky teen to then him being like this fucking street thug drug dealer.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you said that out loud, did you know that they didn't even ask Mike Tyson for his rates on that movie?
They didn't.
No.
Oh shit.
Like they didn't even. They just made the thing
They
and
just-
then just made it.
Yeah, they didn't like give him any royalties or anything.
No, they just didn't even ask him.
Man, these fucking companies, dude. I swear, man. I swear. And I bet you anything. They didn't even say his last name in the whole show. They probably like said some shit like,
They just said Iron Mike.
yeah. They probably called it Iron Mike, right? Like that's how they find these loopholes, man.
Yeah.
That's how they find these loopholes. Is they'll just be like, oh yeah, just don't say Mike Tyson.
Just don't use his last
Yeah,
name.
don't use his license. Just call him Mike,
Yeah.
or like call him Mike T.
Mike T.
Mike T. The whole show. Don't even say Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how they do
It's
that
crazy,
shit.
though. You did fight it.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I fought him. He's a cool guy. Whatever. You know, everybody's human.
Yeah.
But man, I'm fucking salty about that.
But if you would have, you probably would have stopped to that Hulu.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. But yeah, man, it's cool. I just it's cool to say that I got to fight him. You know, it wasn't really that much of a fight, but I stepped in the ring with him.
Yeah, respect. Yeah, respect. I mean, all around, you had more experience than I had, and the idea that you can kind of humbly say things is pretty respectable. Now, what I will say is, have you ever been kicked in the liver?
I have actually. Yeah.
How bad does that suck? Because I've been kicked in the liver, and I want to like compare and contrast how sucky that feels.
Yeah, so I've actually been kicked in the liver, and I've actually been punched in the liver.
Oh.
So they both hurt just as bad.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Is there one like you feel like the shin more than you feel the knuckles, or?
Like, the kick that I received to the liver wasn't that hard. The punch I received to the liver was a little more well placed.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say the punch to the liver hurt more because it was like more accurate.
Okay.
So that one hurt more.
Yeah.
The kick to the liver, it was like a little stun. I was like, oh shit! Like I was like, ah! Like I kind of stopped breathing for like 3 seconds. Like 1, 2, 3, and then like I was good. I was like, oh shit!
Shut
okay.
down at all? Like did you fall? On the
Yeah,
floor?
you do, man. No, I didn't fall on the floor, but I remember when I got punched.
Mm-hmm.
It took me like 5 seconds. Like when I got that punch, his name is Chase Martis. He fights out of Blacksmith Muay Thai. He's a great guy. He just got the gold in the Pan American Games in Monterrey, Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's another like really tall guy that I fought. We fought at 185. Great dude, man. He's doing really well in his fighting career right now. He has a long reach, and so he like got around my guard right with his lead hook, and he hit me in my liver. And I'm gonna count it out, but it took me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds to recover. In a fight, that's a long time.
That is a long time.
That's a long time in a fight. That five count in a fight, like that's how long it took. And yeah, man, I remember watching it on film, and I like when I was in the fight, like I was conscious, but like I felt like I was still there, you know.
Yeah.
But when watching it on film, I like my body locked up. Like my body just locked up. I was like,
Yeah.
like 5 seconds, literally just still, and I was just guarding. Like I was I was just shelled up.
Yeah.
You know, like not taking damage, and he was just like fucking firing shots.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but yeah, that it stunned me pretty good. Yeah.
Because I remember when I got kicked, it was during sparring. We were just fucking around. Like I was getting ready for Street Beefs.
Nice.
Nothing crazy. But he threw the kick, and I registered it, and I felt like I had 2 seconds before the 5 second count. Like I was like, oh, and then this wave of like static came over, and
Yeah,
I was
it's
like,
like, whoa.
oh god. And then I
Yeah.
just hunched over. I was like, what was that? He was like, yeah, that was a liver kick. And he knew he did it on purpose. I was like, piece of shit. But shout out to James. He got me ready for street beefs. Can't hate on him. But I will say, he did clock me like the week before.
Yeah.
I was like, I got concussed before camp, so it's true.
Oh, man.
But dude, I will honestly say, did you feel like shameful? You're like, oh, I just made a weird noise out loud.
Like when I got hit in the leg?
Yeah.
No, man.
Like,
No. Like that's no. I never feel embarrassed of the noises that I make whenever I fight, because like I've been kicked and like when I'm exhaling and I'm like, you know, or like, you know, like you just like we just make weird noises when we fight. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
But I'm very vocal when I fight. Like I don't say words, but like I fucking make like very like guttural like grunts and like sounds and like just fucking battle cries. You know what I'm saying? Like when I punch, I'm just like, you know. When I kick, I do the same thing. You know?
Yeah.
Or like if I land something, I'll just like be like, you know, like I'll just say shit, you know, and not like you know, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
with that,
I don't like, I don't feel embarrassed.
Yeah, I instantly felt embarrassed because I was like, I've never made that noise. I felt like I was a part of a weird gangbang, and I just instantly was like, shivering, like, oh my god.
Oh man!
But interesting. That is interesting that I feel embarrassed about that stuff. I must have been a part of a gangbang.
Oh my gosh!
No, but so let's see. I really want to talk about why Mexico.
Oh yeah. So I guess for those that don't know, I am moving to Mexico. That's also a loaded question. I guess it's good for content as well. But for a while in my life, I've always had this idea of like exploring the world and like moving somewhere. Yeah. Whether it be permanently or temporarily. You know, I knew I wanted to do it. Like when I was in the cycling industry, I was looking up like bike shops in like the UK. I was looking at bike shops in Spain because I was like you know, I can speak Spanish. Yeah. When I was in Diversey, like this chemicals company, this last corporate job that I had, I remember looking up jobs in like Australia, like in Thailand, because they are in Thailand, and I remember thinking like, oh, maybe I can be some sort of internal translator or whatever the fuck, and then train in the evening. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you know, I met my now wife, but at the time I met my partner Leah. You know, she's my now wife, but at the time we weren't married. Yeah. You know, I met her and like we started dating, and then she's like traveled a lot. You know. Just a lot, just been all over the world. And she had like been talking about like wanting to move to Thailand and like going to Paris and like going to like just like what was it? Man, Abu Dhabi, Dubai. I can't remember. I need to ask her. But yeah, like just hearing of her travels, you know, and like we hit it off. We like dated for a while and we fucking got married. And like it was before we got married where she was like, "What do you think about moving to Mexico?" And I was like, I mean, it is cheap, you know? It is cheap. Like it's just I would be able to coach, you know? I would be able to like I'd be able to speak and get around there, you know, and be able to navigate.
Does she speak at all?
She does. She's learning. She's taking some Spanish lessons.
Sweet.
But yeah, she can like she can order food and she can like buy stuff at a grocery store. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, and then like she was naming off all these places, and I was like, I don't know. And then one day she was like, "Well, what about Puerto Escondido?" And I was like,
Sick.
oh shit. I was like, there's a fucking Muay Thai gym there. Like, there's like a well-known Muay Thai gym in Puerto Escondido where they have like one of the coaches now is a WBC champion, Muay Thai champion, and then one of the fighters got the flyweight Muay Thai Mexico WBC flyweight championship.
Yeah.
And I think he's I think he's pro, but like it's owned. I think it's owned by Eddie Farrell out of Australia. He's a legendary Muay Thai fighter. He's one of the best Aussies to ever fight in like Thailand.
Yeah.
So it's a very reputable gym, you know. And then when she said she wanted to move there, I was like, you know what? I was like, yeah. I was like, Puerto Escondido actually sounds great. Like, now that you mention it, you know?
Now that you brought it up.
Yeah, and then I told her about it, and she was like, well, it's a digital nomad spot, you know? Like, there's a lot of, like, people from Australia, there's a lot of people from Europe, there's a lot of people from, from the Middle East, Asia. Yeah, people from everywhere. People from everywhere that go there. And I was like, you know what? Let me see what we need to do. And I wasn't a Mexican citizen, but like I had not birthright, but it's my right to citizenship because my dad and my mom were born there, and I'm first generation.
Yeah.
So fast forward to me getting my citizenship. I was able to get my citizenship, my Mexican citizenship. So I'm dual citizen, so I can live here and I can live over there. So we fucking did that, you know? I did that, and we got married. We fucking got married, and we also... we got married here.
Oh, okay.
But we make this joke about how she married me for her papers, you know? So, but yeah, like she got her visa, so like we can go, like we can move over there. She got, she has, her visa's like about 12 months. Okay. So she can renew it as long as, you know, we're married.
Yeah.
I guess there's other, I'm not an expert on all that, but we can go over there. And, yeah, so, like, that's one of the main reasons why. One of the two main reasons is because my wife wants to go, and I want to go train at that gym, Puerto Escondido. And also, another part of this is the fact that I fucking hate where this country is headed. I hate where the USA is headed.
Yeah.
This country is becoming a fascist, racist, one-sided, fucking hard to stomach, like scary place, and that is actually one of the three reasons that I want to leave this country, because it's just, you know, I just don't like it here. Fucking the U.S. is so fucking ghetto, dude. Like, you look at all the buildings here in the United States, and they're fucking like they're just tattered together. You look at the architecture in other countries, and it's so beautiful. The structure of the buildings is just so sturdy. Like, the highways are so nice. They put actual like effort into their highways, man. I was in Thailand, dude. Their fucking highways are like, their highway signs are like art, dude. It's like you're passing under an art gallery. Here, that shit is tattered together with fucking 3 centimeter fucking like aluminum foil and fucking highway signs that like are made in China, like that all that material is made overseas. You know what I'm saying? Like, the U.S. is ghetto. Like, the U.S. is fucking ghetto, dude. People die here from gun violence so much, you know. Anyways, I'm getting off my soap. I fucking digress on that, but yeah, man.
My podcast just went viral right now.
You're what?
My podcast just went viral. Right now. You're just like, fuck America, bro.
Dude,
now I'm against some white people. Just good riddance.
I was born here, man. But like, dude, like my heart is fucking Mexican, man. Like,
there is a point of being Mexican American.
Yeah, man. Like, I just don't want to be in this country anymore.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Interesting. That is interesting to divulge. Now, I have a question. Why not Thailand if you wanted to do Muay Thai?
Yeah, so we actually, great question, man. You asked all the good questions, man. So my wife and I were actually talking about this, and we both know that I want to go train and fight in Thailand. Mm-hmm. So I did get to go to Thailand, actually, but it was very briefly. It was after I cornered a fight for Karate Combat in Singapore, actually. It was an influencer fight. It wasn't an actual fight. Like, it was a fight, but not like a professional fighter. It was an influencer, you know, that I cornered.
Yeah.
And I trained her. You know, it was fun. It was cool. You know, great experience. And then while we were over there, you know, we just flew to Thailand. So while we were there, we stayed there in Phuket, Pattaya, and Bangkok.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that one of the, like, basically you asked, like, why not Thailand?
Yeah.
So the reason why not Thailand, the reason why we wouldn't actually live there, is because it's a little, like, it's a little too different. It's a little too foreign. You know, I love Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
I will definitely go back for a long period of time and, like, move back to my home country, wherever that may be at the time.
Yeah.
But, like, there's a lot of, like, things that I would miss. You know, like, I want some fucking tacos, dude. Like, I want some fucking tacos, dude. Like, I need my tacos. Like, if you go to Thailand, good luck finding some good cheese. And I'm talking about, like, brie. I'm talking about, like, fucking what's another one? Oh man, I swear I know cheese. I swear I know my cheeses, guys. Like, try finding, like, good cheeses for, like, a charcuterie board.
Okay.
Like, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna find good cheese, and I know it's very specific, but, like, you know, you go to Europe and you're gonna find some fucking badass cheese, man. There's gonna be, like, some
weird
some
little
feta.
thing.
Yeah, you're gonna have, like, some good feta.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna have some, like, good mozzarella. Like, you're gonna have some good God damn it, I'm trying to blank on all these cheeses, man.
Bro, you already know more cheeses than I do.
Damn. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Yeah, like, I'm not trying to impress people on my
You're a
cheese
cheese
knowledge.
connoisseur.
Yeah, I am, but, like, apparently not right now. But, like, yeah, man, it's just there's just certain things, man. Like, just, yeah, man, it's just a little too foreign for us to want to live there.
It's like,
You know?
it's like you want to go do something new, but not that new.
Yeah, like I'll go over there and live there for, like,
For a training camp.
yeah, like, for a month and a half to train, do a fight, come back, stay in contact, and if someone, like, I'll keep in contact with my trainer. Hey, I'm still training. You got a fight for me? Yeah, cool, awesome. I'm gonna train here for 2 more weeks, and I'll be over there. I'll have a 4-week camp with you, and I'll fight again. Let me know when after that. Let me know when there's another fight. You know, like, that's, I'll do it like that. But I'm not gonna live in Thailand, man. Like, that's
Yeah,
just,
it might be too tough.
yeah, like, I like my fucking, like, menudo, you know? I like my pozole, I like my tamales, dude. I like my fucking tacos, bro. I like my cheese.
Yeah.
I like my, and don't get me wrong, like, I like pad thai,
Yeah.
you know? I like pad kapao. I like my fucking, my, whatever the fuck other Thai dishes there are, you know? And I like Asian food, like, I like Japanese food, ramen, sushi, and, like, you know, that place is closer and more influenced, you know, by Japan, you know, than it is here. Actually, that's necessarily true, but anyways, I like Asian food, but
That's the title of this podcast now. I like Asian food.
but, like, Thailand's a little too foreign for me to live there.
Yeah. You would feel way more foreign being in Thailand.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. No, that's pretty sick. I mean, all around, like, your reason is your reason. And I do now understand Thailand, which, I mean, that's kind of how I felt when I moved to Texas. Because I'm from California.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Yeah.
originally. I'm the reason why there's so much traffic here. But I also lived in Washington. That was cool. But I had family on those sides. Here, I mean, love my girlfriend. I love everything that I am a part of in terms of her family. It's still, like, kind of like what you said. It's so foreign. The culture is different. Especially if you grew up on the West Coast versus, you know, being in the South. Things are a little bit different. I'm sure if you've ever been to California, it's like somewhere.
I actually haven't, by the way.
Really?
I actually haven't been to California, believe it or not. I've been halfway across the world. I've flown 16-hour flights, but I haven't been to California. And
That's why. 'Cause that's like,
I know. I feel so embarrassed.
well, I mean, it's good that you're going to Mexico because it's cheaper. Because going to where I'm from, the Bay Area, man, spend like half of your paycheck.
Yeah.
Which does suck. But all around, like, it's a culture shock, and having to adjust to that and doing it again would suck. So being in Mexico, kind of like you get to be a part of your own culture and bring, you know, your now life into more ingrained of what your culture is. With that being said, like, did you do enough research to say, like, okay, we're in a safer area? Because most of what people are going to take away from you living in Mexico is like, isn't that where the cartel is? Isn't that where this is? Isn't that this, and that? Like, how do you prepare to tell people, like, no, we'll be fine? But also, what is your, like, circumstances of knowing that, yes, that is going on, but where we're going to be at is not the case?
Yeah. Yeah, so, of course, like...
Because, I mean, there's games here.
Yeah, like, exactly. So, yeah, I mean, Mexico is where the cartel is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that, yes, exactly.
Yes.
You know, that is where the cartel is. But here's the thing is, like, and I'm gonna circle back, like, I'm not going off topic, but, like, there is big crime organizations all over the world in every fucking country, man. Like, there's Pakistani fucking, like, big time organized crime mobs.
Yeah.
Like, you want to talk about big organized crime mobs, like, international, dude? Like, like, go to fucking London, man. You have the fucking Turks. You have the fucking, Nigerians in fucking, London.
Pirates.
You have Somali pirates, man. You have the fucking Jamaicans, man. You have the fucking, you have, what else? Like, the IRA, the fucking Irish, dude. That fucking gun trade, you know what I'm saying? You have the fucking the Aryan Brotherhood, man. You have the MS-13, Mara Salvatrucha, Mexico. You have the fucking like gangs, the gangs in Australia. Basically, Australia was like it was a prison island.
Yeah,
like it was a prison island. You have the fucking Yakuza in Japan. You have Chinese fucking gangs. I don't know what gangs exactly. The triads. You know what I'm saying? Like
you even have Korean Yakuza.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It's like there is danger everywhere, man. There's danger everywhere. Like you have the fucking Tango Blast here in Texas, like in San Antonio and through Mexico. You know what I mean? You have the fucking Hells Angels here. They just want to fucking like call themselves a non-profit and say that they help like do toy drives and shit.
Yeah.
Fuck that, dude. Like they're just crooked ass ex-military that fucking like started a gang. You know what I mean?
True.
Like
Which is how the Bloods and Crips started.
Yeah, exactly. Like you have the Bloods and Crips here, man. Like you have organized crime everywhere, man.
True.
Like, and honestly, like it's the same it's the fucking same, dude. You know, like yeah, you go to fucking Sinaloa, it's the heart of the fucking like cartel, like cartel. Yeah, like it's the part of like it's like you go to Colombia, you know, you have you know, yeah, exactly. Like that's what I'm saying, man. That shit's everywhere. You know,
and I mean, not to mention Brazil.
Exactly, like man. You have Brazil. Like, you get the point, man.
Yeah.
Like, there's crime everywhere. So, and even in Thailand, dude. Like, even in Thailand, like,
because their fighting organizations are also tied to crime. And
man, it's funny you say that because yes, in Thailand there was a lot of like organized crime behind the gambling, man. A lot of people lost their lives, and there was actually Muay Thai fighters that fucking have been shot in the past because they were supposed to lose a fight or they were supposed to win a fight, or like refs that got shot or gamblers that got shot because, like, let's say, let me run it through. Like someone, like a ref that didn't call a fight in favor of the red corner, so now the referee fights, the red corner fucking loses. The blue corner gambler that won money got shot, and because those people in the blue corner gamblers want to retaliate, they fucking lose their lives too. You know what I'm saying? And then you have like a full-on like organized fucking crime war.
You got a little war going on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then like the promoters get their hands dirty and all that shit. Like it's man, it's a whole thing, you know? So but to answer your question, like like I get it. I get that there's like cartel, you know?
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, man, like I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but like my family, is like I come from a lineage of armed militants.
Yeah.
one state over in Guerrero. You know, so like I'm not scared.
Yeah.
You know, obviously there's always like some sort of caution and fear, you know, fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
But like, I think we'll be fine, man. It's also like, it's also about respect too. If you go in with a big fucking chest, you know, stomping on the ground, like, yeah, someone's gonna like fucking check you, you know. But like,
100%.
it's funny because I told you I'm an open book, and like I've been to jail before.
Yeah.
And that was the same concept there. You know, I went in with like respect. I went in very humbly, and I asked people like, "Hey, how's it going? Like, how does it work here? Like, you know, my first day, what do we do?" And they just fucking helped me out, man. Like, I wasn't in there like, "Oh yeah, what's up, bitches?" Like, fuck y'all, you know, like, no. I was like, they just fucking like, I initiated contact. I was like, "Hey y'all, like, how does it work? You know, like, do I introduce myself to all y'all? Like, what's going on?" Yeah, I was like, "What's going on? Like, do I just like do y'all pick a cell for me? Like, what's going on?" And one guy was like, "Yeah, man, come on, man. Like, you know, no one's in this one, you know, like,
gotcha.
Like, here's your stuff, this and that. Like, if you need anything, let us know." I was like, "Cool, man. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. What's your name?"
Get initiated.
Yeah, I was like, "What's your name?" He was like, fucking gave me his name. I don't even know. He was like, "Yeah, cool, man. Let me know if there's anything." I was like, "Thank you, man. Appreciate it."
So I think people get like a misconception like jail and prison, and they're like, "Oh, it's American me in here."
Exactly, man. It's all about fucking respect, man. It's respect, man. Like, obviously, if you look at someone and you're like, "Oh, they're fucking cartel," like, just don't bother them, dude. Just don't fucking bother them, you know. And if they come up to you, just be like, "Hey, how's it going, man?" You know, like, you need anything? Like, yeah, let me know, man. My name is so and so. Like, I'm not here to cause any trouble. Like, oh, you run the shit, cool, man. Like, awesome. I'll let you know if I see anything. You know, I'm not fucking running any drugs around here. You know.
So you're here to do Muay Thai and just
I'm here to do Muay Thai, like, you know, and like honestly, you might call me a radical, but like, if they're like, "Hey, we protect this area," I might be like, "Cool, awesome. Well, what do you need from me?" You know, if you're actually gonna protect this fucking area, like, let me know what you do for us, and then I can sponsor you. What do you need? You know,
you heard it here first. Yeah, he's with the cartel.
If you need something from me, let me know, man.
Yeah,
you know, like, if you're actually providing a service for me, fucking like, let me know, bro. Shit, cool.
Sign me up.
as long as you're helping our community out.
Yeah.
Shit.
No, that's pretty sick. I mean, all around. Well, I think people like myself just want to make sure that one, you're good, and then two, that you're good. You know?
Yeah.
Like all in terms of all well-being, making sure because it was cool. I'm not saying that you're like, "Oh, here lies Gustavo," but you know, when you do leave, it's gonna be like, "Yeah, well, all right then." Yeah, when you do leave, but it's all good because all around, I do know I'm gonna hopefully see you with some like training somebody, coaching somebody. I mean, even fighting somebody, like. Seeing you down the road, seeing even if it's not up to the sky or if it's, you know, hopefully you're not down below. The real thing is that one, you're happy, you're enjoying life. That's really what I just want for you in across everywhere. You know, Muay Thai kind of connected us. It's gonna keep connecting us, but I'm gonna make sure that you're good. Now there is something. Now this is kind of like a part of why I started a podcast. I started a clothing brand.
Oh yeah, you know what? I actually saw something about that. I actually started a clothing brand too. Yeah, but I won't steal your thunder. No. Yeah, we'll check this out.
Well, when you're ready to do your thing, but I do have a shirt for you. Maybe Monday I can drop it off.
Yeah.
Wherever you're at, I'll just text you where you're at. But brand called Brazilians.
Yeah, I saw that, man. I saw that. That's so cool. Yeah.
You saying that you're a graffiti artist is hilarious because the one that I picked is the graffiti font.
Is it? Man, that's so cool.
But I just want to say, like, your fighting experience is the identity of what Resilience is. Like, everything that we do, the thing that I'm trying to promote isn't that, like, hey, let's all, like, come together, like, we all have mental illness, you know, blah, 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 blah. It's about, okay, we have something going on. It's a struggle day to day. But we're moving forward. But we're persevering. We're prospering, moving forward. We're trying to find our truest potential. The identity of resilience is knowing that fucking shit is hard. We get it.
Dude, sometimes we fucking stumble forward, dude.
Yeah, man.
Sometimes we stumble with grace, you know?
Mhm.
That's kind of like what I learned from skating, too. It's like, you have to stumble with grace.
You gotta stumble with grace. I mean, your whole journey of understanding, like, man, there is something else to this right now. There's something more beyond this. In 4 years of Muay Thai, you're like, I want to do something different. I want to change my life. The identity of resilience is to find who you are, not as the what, but as a who. So I have a shirt. When I can come drop it off, I'll drop it off. But what you represent is resilience and the identity of it. I want you to know, like, you know, from the shadows, I'm watching you because you're kind of like the guy for me.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. You're really the guy for me, all around. In terms of like starting martial arts, doing martial arts, even knowing that you did it later, it's kind of just like we can all start at any point. It's just about continuing and being consistent and enjoying what martial arts can bring us. So I want to let you know that, bro, you're the dude.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that.
100%.
Yeah, that means a lot.
Let alone, I want everyone to understand. Your fucking hands are huge. I'm surprised you haven't been knocked in. So, I've been looking at your hands. I'm like,
I've been told that before. I've been told that. Yeah, I got those fighting hands for sure.
Yeah.
I was blessed with fucking heavy hands for sure.
Does it look cool when you hold it? Like when you do this?
No, because my hands are too big, dude.
Dude,
They're too big. So it just
creates a shadow.
It just fucking like it's like it makes it look smaller, bro. You know,
Bro, even the coolest dudes have baby birds. But I ain't got anything else to really say other than, bro, I respect you and I hope everything turns out fucking perfect for you in Mexico, over in the gym that you train at. And, you know, whenever you want to come out here and just hang out, dude, just let me know. I got you.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Maybe we can do like, you know, a follow-up podcast when I'm over there training. You know what I mean? That'd be cool, man.
Hopefully I can figure out how to get a passport because I get to do that. And then I can try and come out there, figure out my motherland. Because I guess for some reason, I didn't know I'm from Tabasco. That's where my
Yeah,
comes from. In that little small town area.
like the hot sauce.
Like the hot sauce, bro. That's my favorite hot sauce next to Tap Uncle, you know? Well, you got anything to plug?
No, man. Oh, actually, yeah, I do. I am doing a Muay Thai camp. I don't know if you're going to edit this by the time it starts, but I'm doing a Muay Thai camp August 9th through May 15th at Title Boxing. I'll be leading that. And also keep an eye out for Knock Muay's United clothing brand. That's what we are talking about. And also corner care service. You'll see us at Muay Thai and boxing promotions in the future. Yeah.
Respect. Everything that you go through, I'm 100% here for it. I'm going to watch your Instagram for anything new. And that's really it.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much.